What's up everyone and welcome back to Wolfie. My name is Wolfie and today we're going to be taking a look at issue number 19 of the IDW Sonic the Hedgehog Comic series. Let's take a look.
Shadow Basketball!
Still playing catch up, but I think we're going to be doing good today. I'm going to quickly summarize the story, I'm going to tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, and I'm going to give it a score. Let's begin. So first things first, again we start off with the map drawn by Cream, and we can see the map has been updated. Cream's home has been destroyed, and yeah, it looks like Cream, Vanilla, and Emerald made it out safe, but unfortunately Chocola and Cheese are marked out on the map. This is getting sad. And we see that Sonic is heading towards Sunset City where Shadow, Rouge, and Omega are waiting. So Team Dark is gonna be in this book. We already knew this based on the cover, but I thought I'd just point that out. This is the battle at Sunset City, Part 1. So as our book opens up, we see civilians running for their lives as most of the city seems to have been zombotted. Eggman is moving quick, but you know who's even quicker? Sonic the Hedgehog, who arrives on the scene and begins looking for anybody who hasn't been infected yet. Sonic notices a bunch of civilians trapped in a building, and before he's able to make a move on the zombots blocking the entrance, gunfire rains down upon them. Who do those bullets belong to? Why, it's none other than our homicidal robotic friend, or not, Omega. And of course the first thing he says is all Eggman robots must be eliminated, and the must is in bold. Whoa, hold it, Omega. These aren't your usual mass-produced badniks. These are innocent people transformed by the metal virus. They shouldn't be on your revenge list. And this next little bit of dialogue exchange between Sonic and Omega just gives me more reason to love this character. Is this a robot? Well, I mean, it seems like it. Was it created by Eggman? Technically, but destroy all Eggman robots. Nature and origin are irrelevant. I love it. Like, Omega can't really hurt them, so it's not really doing too much harm, but at the same time, it's like, Omega, you gotta chill, man. This is his only mission in life, and as far as he's concerned, these zombotted civilians are Eggman robots that do need to be destroyed. Not that he can do it anyway. That's when our resident jewel hunter and thief, Rouge the Bat, arrives on the scene. She tells Sonic to send everyone to the Grand Gold Flicky Hotel, where they're organizing the rest of the survivors. As the civilians are escaping the building, you can see one of them ask Sonic, should we thank that robot for saving us? And then the very next panel, we see Omega swinging on fools and just firing into this crowd of zombots. Exterminate, exterminate. And Sonic's like, he's the type of guy who doesn't need thanks. Now everyone go straight to the hotel, while I plow the way clear. As Sonic arrives at the Grand Gold Flicky Hotel, try saying that 5 times fast, we see that Rouge is keeping everybody organizing, telling everybody what to do to make sure that the robots don't surround the area. So again, while a lot of people may see Rouge as nothing but a fan service character, I'm glad that it seems the writers of this comic have been giving her some things to do, and also showing that she is indeed intelligent enough to keep the Resistance forces safe. She really does seem to be the brains of Team Dark, because a lot of people don't tend to think of Rouge as an intelligent, rather mature character, but they just see her as the fan service. It's good to see the writers are paying her some respects. You'd think she would be very intelligent considering she's a spy that works for the government. Come to think of it, she has one of the crappiest positions in the Sonicverse. Not only does she have to deal with a giant destructive robot that's only intent on destroying Eggman robots, she also has to deal with Shadow the Hedgehog, who is also kind of aloofish. Doesn't really want to work with anybody. So she kinda has her work cut out for her all the time. And again, the writing for the characters in this comic so far seems on point. Just listen to this dialogue between Sonic and Rouge. Since when did you start giving orders? I can't live comfortably in high society if there's no civilization now, can I? So 3 things. First, thanks for coming. Second, don't touch me. And third, how are you doing? Running from crisis to crisis is keeping it in check. But every hit I give or take makes it worse. So, manageable. Sure, we'll go with that. And then we see Rouge point out something that was noted earlier, that this attack seems sloppy even for Eggman, which Sonic tells her that this is no longer something that Eggman has control over. And then Sonic asks the $1,000,000 question that everybody else was asking as they were reading this comic. Where's Shadow? Pick up a transport for the survivors. Really? I didn't know he cared. Every person not infected is one less zombot to deal with. That's when a cry from a nearby civilian catches their attention. Much like The Walking Dead, we see the civilians reaching between the cars that have fortified the area, screaming that they're right behind them. Sonic makes a move to grab their hand and immediately realizes, oh wait, I'm infected, I can't touch them. Touching them will only make it worse. So of course, what does he do? He has to stop the zombots from attacking them, and he uses his Sonic Wind, that you guys may or may not know from Sonic Heroes. Actually, I guess that's from Sonic Adventure 2. Anyway, I won't get too deep into that. As Sonic drags a few Zombots off, he goes deeper back into the city where Omega is still fighting. What are you doing? We've got to keep the Zombots away from the hotel. Too many targets, not enough bullets. Enemy is advancing from both directions. Both directions? And that's when we see the situation is getting from bad to worse. Yeah, zombies coming from everywhere. I see them. Hold the line here. Acknowledged, creating a wall of bodies. Not what I said. But before Sonic can do that, something comes careening through this giant horde of Zombots. And it's a giant 18-wheeler driven by none other than a very angry Shadow. There you are. What's the matter? Couldn't find a bigger one? Shut up. Easy, I was kidding. This is your fault. If I had destroyed Eggman in Windmill Village, none of this would be happening. Sonic explains that Starline was the one that busted Eggman out and made him evil again, and that he's the one suffering because he's also infected. It's what you deserve. I'm gonna go take care of my infection. Thanks for bringing the truck. Don't let the Zombots touch you. I know. If it happens, you should be fast enough to run it off like me. Cowards run. I win. Omega, Shadow. Safeguard the truck while Rouge oversees the evacuation. Considering, truck and refugees will be the Zombots' primary target. This will bring additional targets to me. Orders approved. What will you do? Destroy Eggman's army. What else? And Shadow goes ham on the Zombot horde. Now this part is a bit of a concern for Shadow fans here. Because as we all know, Shadow knows that the infection spreads by touching them. And what's the first thing he does? He jumps headfirst into them and starts fighting them off. I'm gonna get back into this one later, but I just wanted to point that out. And we see both Rouge and Omega contributing to the escape efforts. We see Rouge giving orders to all the non-infected civilians to get on the truck so they can begin the evacuation, while Omega can be seen in the background holding off the rest of the advancing Zombot horde. And again, every line that Omega says in this is just another reason I love this character. Advance so I may shoot you. I love Omega in this. He's really well written. He's bloodthirsty, but at least he's on our side. As we see Rouge looking into the distance, we see her looking on at the Shadow battle that's happening. Darn it, Shadow, you're being reckless. And boy, being reckless isn't even the half of it. We can see Shadow's getting very, very confident. A little bit too confident in himself. The Doctor's metal virus can't infect the ultimate life form. Finally, we flash back to Sonic, who has run off most of the virus. I'm not used to getting tired. I guess being constantly on the move is starting to take its toll. Charmy, Cheese, Chocola, who knows how many others around the world. Just because some bozo did the wrong thing didn't mean I didn't do the right thing. Mr. Tinkerer deserved a second chance. Anyway, I don't have time to be introspective. Better get back there and save some more folks. As Sonic takes back off, going back down to Sunset City, Shadow can still be seen in mid-battle with the Zombot horde. He grabs onto the neck of one of them and flings them into the crowd, noticing that his hand has been infected. That's impossible! Shadow, run! We'll hold things here. I don't run. Yeah, we'll get to this part for the review, but remember this part. That's not what I meant. Omega, give Shadow cover fire. Negative. Targets advancing too rapidly. Sustained fire required to protect truck. So basically, Omega is unable to do anything, while Shadow is acting foolishly on the other side, getting swamped. Amy, this is Rouge. Do you copy? Send whoever you can to Sunset City, now. The situation just went from manageable to disastrous. Check your fire, Omega. Sonic, we need you over there to handle Shadow. Handle? I think you're the only one he listens to. I get it now. Handle. Is it my turn to say I told you so? And yeah, Shadow has been fully zombotted. Next time, Sonic and Omega vs. Zombot Shadow. This video is sponsored and paid for by my two patrons, Hedge and Green. Thank you guys so very much for the support. If you guys would also like to show support for the channel, you can visit my Patreon at patreon.com/WerewolfWolfie. Any amount you pledge is very much appreciated. Thanks for the support as always, guys. A link should be in the description below, or it should pop up on the video. Goodbye for now.